and that would be the words brand new today. Our lovely sisters, Orly and Rayut, of that multi-thousand-year lineage dating back to the days when their ancestors protected the jewelry of Persian emperors. I love to say that. Sounds like a movie. Can we make a movie out of you guys' family? And to this day, they insist on the highest grade protectors of your own heirloom jewelry. Now, before we even dive into this ring, I want to say hello again to Orly and Rayut.
Hi.
We had, what, 4 minutes together in the last show. It was super, super brief, but very, very popular. They are, and the list goes as long as my arm. They are sisters and best friends. They are attorneys. Actually, it's a really funny story about how they became attorneys. Thank you, Dad. We'll share that a little bit later. And they source some of the finest gemstones that the world has to offer to bring you and their clients some of the most jaw-droppingly beautiful pieces we've ever seen. It's good to see you again.
You
Great
too.
to see you.
I know it took a while for us to, because it was such a blowout that last hour with things selling out left and right. So it took a while to get us restocked, but look what you brought in your return. The mosaic ring in 14 karat gold in your choice of what we're calling the amethyst choice or the blue topaz. Now, lest we neglect, and we will not, those are also genuine prong-set diamonds, full cut, inside of that ring. Take me through the stones that I'm seeing, because we call this the amethyst, but what's our red stones?
This is amethyst and garnet, and it has those full cut diamonds. Everything we do is with full cut diamonds, and it's just a really fun pop of color to celebrate summer.
Amen. Or to make a dreary day less dreary.
Yes.
Right.
It is, we're so proud to be able to continue the legacy and to be able to really bring forth the finest gemstones in the world. We have the most skilled craftsmen that have perfected the art of creating jewelry for hundreds and hundreds of years. Our heritage dates back to 1700s. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yep, that is how far back. KALLATI actually is from a town in Iran called Kalat. And that is where the king had trusted the KALLATIs to guard his treasures. And we're fortunate enough today to continue the legacy, continue the story, and create the most amazing and sought after designs, all within our own factories.
And so that's, I mean, you take your family lineage and you turn it into this gemstone and jewelry lineage, where from the it becomes very affordable, and if you own a business, you know this, to outsource different steps in the creative process, right, or the manufacturing process. And if you can find somebody who can do it cheaper, maybe less, you know, high quality and great, a lot of companies, to cut corners, cut costs, they will do that. In the KALLATI family, they go, we don't ever want to question it's kind of, you know, it's very, as we women often do, look, I'll just do it, right? You know, like, moms go, here, just let me do it, because I can do it right.
Exactly.
Right? And that's exactly, you know, how the KALLATI brand has maintained their integrity and their level of being sought after over years and years. Now, that said, we got to talk about this ring, the color saturation, the graduating size of the gemstones, that swirl of diamond on the inside. Like, I feel like I'm describing this art piece in a gallery, and essentially I am.
It really is. And you know, every single one of those stones was hand cut by us. Every single color and shade was perfectly matched. We purposely picked the exact different shades. You go into the different the London blue, the sky blue, and really paired them together and set them under a microscope. That is how detailed, every prong with perfection, every diamond with perfection in a swirl to really
Look at that.
put that on and feel bold and beautiful.
Morgan, look how that lights up on your finger every time she moves. Isn't that great? Every time she moves her hand, and you know, I think part of that comes from the different light play that each of these intensities of blue will give you. But also, I mean, we could make them all the same color, blue topaz, and it would still have so much life because we're only using the best. If you know, for example, like I'm a January baby, I love my garnets, and I could tell you a bad one versus a good one because it's one of your favorites. You learn more about your favorites. And we think that maybe that only applies to a diamond, but it applies to every gemstone. And oh, by the way, we have to talk about these diamonds. And when we reference diamonds in any of your pieces, and I feel like they're in just about everything,
Sure are.
the quality of your diamonds, the cut of your diamonds, second to none.
Yes, absolutely. And we really take great pride in that. Every single diamond is a full cut diamond. What that means, which I know you educated viewers you know all about, it is 56 facets, 56 cuts, no matter how tiny or large a diamond is. We cut it that many times versus a single cut is 8 facets. So you get the ray of brilliance and dance and fire. And when you buy KALLATI, you will always have the consistent, highest, what we call legacy quality, because that is our standard. It's not just our brand, it's our name.
I wonder, just asking our friends off to the side, can we get the pendant that looks just like this ring? And I'm just going to hold it
Yes.
because if she loves that silhouette, then she's going to love it in the pendant as well. I am getting like peacock, like when the peacock opens up their
Yes.
feathers and it's just like they're showing off to try to get the mate, right? Like I'm getting that kind of vibe out of this. And thank you so, I love that they had it all propped out and ready to go. This is not the item number that you see on your screen, but we are going to present the pendant a little bit later, and I'd love to get that in front of you if you're looking at this and it's kind of like, ooh, I love it, but I don't know if I want to do it in the ring. Some would argue even more everyday wearable to do it in the pendant, so stay tuned for that, and we will present that a little bit later. But for those of you who are interested in the ring, from top to bottom, 7/8 of an inch. That said though, and I'd love to show this to you before we move on to other things, the band on it is very, very petite and comfortable. So you have this bold look on the top, but you don't feel that boldness underside. It sits beautifully, it's jaw-dropping, and this is how I usually like to show, because you know there's going to be a glass of wine right here. Glass of wine, glass of champagne, and the ring. Gorgeous. J440532. Let us know if you want blue topaz or amethyst, and if you want anywhere between sizes 5 and 11. Well, Alan, I'm not surprised. So Alan says,